Tonight, we're taking a ride through the other side of Raccoon City. The side that comes alive after the streetlights come on. Behind neon signs and rain-covered windows, bartenders serve drinks, bookmakers take bets, motel rooms are rented by the hour, and quiet transactions are made in alleys where nobody asks for a receipt. This is where Raccoon City Vice earns its paycheck. Where a collection of sins keeps RPD Vice busy long after respectable citizens have gone home for the evening. There have been reports of violence, missing persons, strange attacks on the outskirts of town. But tonight, there's somebody else's problem. For RPD Vice, there are radios, department-issued cell phones, and another shift to get through. But before we ride along with them, I'd like to remind you that your presence here is what keeps this frequency on the air. If you're enjoying the drift, please like this broadcast and subscribe to the channel. It helps keep our signal alive long after the rest of the city's gone to sleep. And for those of you looking to support things a little further, our links are waiting for you in the description. Now then, strange things are moving through Raccoon City tonight. Things that won't appear on a liquor license, won't show up in a bookmaker's ledger. But somewhere between neon lights and the morning sun, the nature of tonight's police work is about to change. So, turn off the lights and settle in. The transmission starts now. Sergeant Brett Collins, RPD Vice, September 1998. Gonna get this logged while I have a few quiet minutes, just judging by the radio. Not expecting too many more of them. It's been a busy couple weeks in Raccoon City. We've had some unrest downtown, some assaults, more than usual. A few demonstrations, people getting worked up over one thing or another. Patrol's been running from call to call most nights, and Vice hasn't exactly been sitting around either. Tonight's especially busy. There's a big fight happening up at the Grand Raccoon Casino. Seems like every bookie in town wants to take action on it. Been hearing about side bets, unlicensed books, a couple guys taking wagers out of bars. Nothing unusual, really. You put two fighters in a ring, suddenly everybody with a telephone and a notebook thinks he's running Las Vegas. But that's only part of what we've got going tonight. People hear Vice, they think of drugs, and yeah, we deal with some of that, but most nights it's less glamorous. Prostitutes, pimps, illegal gambling, bookmakers, after-hours clubs, liquor violations. We check licenses, we watch bars that have a habit of forgetting what time they're supposed to close. We deal with fake IDs, and being this close to the Raccoon University means we see plenty of those. Every September we get a new batch of freshmen who somehow all turn 21 before they've unpacked their dorm rooms. Tonight I've got a few detectives working undercover, a couple different ops going at the same time. One team's watching some bars near the university, another's got an op near the prostitution problem a few blocks south of downtown. And I've got people checking on some gambling info we received this week. I'm bouncing between all of them. The undercover detectives have my number, department-issued cell phone. Patrol knows where to find me, and dispatch can reach me over the radio if they need my attention. Which is why I'm sitting alone in an unmarked Crown Vic instead of sitting behind the desk at the station. I'm staged a few blocks off the main strip, tucked into an alley where nobody has much reason to notice me. Engine's running, lights are off. Police radio's down low, which apparently means everybody in the division now has a reason to call me directly. It's raining. It's been raining on and off most of the evening. Not hard, but enough that the gutters are running and everything outside the windshield has a wet shine to it. I can see the glow from downtown almost. City almost looks quiet, but it isn't. There's been disturbances, fights, assaults. Patrol has their hands full tonight, so unless something crosses over into one of our operations, I'll be staying out of their way. For now, my job's pretty simple. Sit here. Keep the radio on. Keep the phone close.
Hey, Sarge. Figured I'd give you an update before this guy talks himself into another citation. I'm over at Jack's bar doing the liquor compliance check. Place is busy, but nothing too crazy. We caught them serving 2 kids from Raccoon University. Both had fake IDs, and I'll give the kids credit. They weren't terrible ones. Problem is, one of them handed me a driver's license belonging to a guy who's 6'3", and this kid might have been 5'8", standing on a phone book. Bartender swears he checked them both. I'm writing the place up now.
Sounds about right. Yeah, take the IDs, get the students' information. If they cooperate, don't turn it into some crime of the century. I'm more interested in the bar than 2 freshmen trying to buy beer. How's everything else over there? Patrol's been running nonstop. I've been listening to the radio. Every other call sounds like somebody's fighting somebody. Starting to wonder if Jack's bar had joined the festivities.
Nothing I'd call serious. Everybody's just in a mood tonight. Bartender says business has been weird all week. People drinking harder, arguments starting over nothing. He was telling me they had a fight outside a couple nights ago that spilled halfway down the block. He keeps blaming all the stuff people have been hearing about up in the mountains. Says everybody's nervous. I told him if rumors were an excuse for serving minors, Chief Irons would have to close half the bars in Raccoon City.
Careful throwing the chief's name around. Irons hears you've been using him to scare bartenders. He'll find you something exciting to do tomorrow, like inventorying the evidence room. But yeah, I've heard the same rumors everybody has. The missing hikers, animal attacks, folks disappearing in the Arclays. But half of it changes whenever I hear it. Patrol's got enough real problems downtown tonight without campfire stories.
That's pretty much what I told him. Anyway, I'm giving them the citation and getting out of here. Only problem is our bartender is taking this personally. He's been following me around for the last 5 minutes, telling me he knows cops, half the department drinks here, he pays his taxes, all the usual greatest hits. Now he wants to speak to my supervisor. I told him my supervisor is sitting in a car somewhere, enjoying a cup of coffee, and would absolutely love to hear from him.
You're a real humanitarian. Put him on, and for the record, this coffee stopped being enjoyable almost an hour ago.
Look, I'm not trying to make this into some big thing, but this is ridiculous. We've never had any trouble with you guys before. Cops come in here all the time. Kevin Ryman drinks here. Ask him about us. We take care of your guys. We don't cause any problems. But now your detective wants to stick me with a fine because 2 college kids walked in here carrying IDs that looked perfectly good to me. Can't you cut me a break on this one?
Look, I appreciate that officers drink there, but Kevin drinking at your bar doesn't give you any kind of diplomatic immunity. If my detective watched you serve 2 underage customers, he has to document it. That's his job. Nobody's trying to shut you down tonight. I don't think you're running a criminal enterprise. Just take your citation, tighten up whoever's checking IDs at the door. This is a very boring conversation between you and the liquor board.
Yeah, well, boring would have been nice tonight. We already had to throw one guy out earlier. And now I've got this. Guy came in looking like death. Pale as hell, sweating through his shirt, scratching himself constantly. Kept saying his skin itched. At first I figured maybe drugs, so I wasn't going to serve him. Then he starts getting aggressive with one of my guys because we wouldn't give him another drink. We finally got him sitting down and figured maybe some food would do him some good.
Was he drunk when he came in? I've been hearing about strange behavior tonight, but I don't know. Probably the usual Friday night garbage. Somebody came into your place already intoxicated or high, and you served him anyway. You should probably tell my detective before he leaves.
That's the thing. I don't know if he was drunk. He wasn't talking like a drunk. His eyes looked wrong, and he kept rubbing his arms and neck like he wanted to crawl out of his own skin. He ordered some bar food, maybe took a couple bites, and then he threw it up all over the table. I mean, everywhere. After that, he got even worse. Started yelling at people, shoved one of my regulars, he knocked over a chair. So we grabbed him and put him outside.
Did he threaten anybody, hit anybody? I'm asking because if he assaulted somebody, it changes what we're dealing with. If he's sick and disorderly, there's not much Vice is going to do about it. You should probably call for medical if he looked that bad.
He took a swing at my doorman, but I don't think he connected. No biting, nothing like that. And we did ask if he wanted an ambulance. Told us to go to hell. Last I saw, he was walking toward the end of the block. I don't know how. Guy looked like he could barely keep himself upright. Look, Sergeant, I'm telling you this because tonight's been strange enough already. Even before your detective walked in here, something just felt off.
Well, I'll make a note of it. If he comes back, don't let him inside. Just don't have your staff play cop. Just call us, let patrol deal with him. If he looks sick, tell dispatch that too so they can send medical. As for your citation, that's not going to change. Just because you know Kevin Ryman doesn't give you a pass.
Yeah, fine. Ain't had to try. I'll take the damn ticket. Just tell your detective to quit looking so damn happy about it.
Trust me, he's not happy. That's just his face. Put him back on.
See? I knew you'd smooth things over.
Beautifully. Finish the citation, confiscate the fake IDs, and get out of there. Hey, before you leave, get whatever description they can give you of that sick guy. Probably nothing, but with everything patrol's dealing with, I'd rather have it written down just in case they hear about it tomorrow.
Copy that. I'll get the description and send it over. After this, I'm heading toward the university bars to check on our other two. I'll call you if anything interesting happens.
Yeah, 10-4. I'll settle for nothing interesting.
Second Avenue, okay. 175 Second Avenue.
Hey, Sarge, you got a minute? I figured I'd check in before you started wondering if somebody stuffed me in the trunk of a Cadillac. I'm still down by the motel district, same spot we talked about earlier. It's been a steady night. I've had 4 approaches in a little under an hour. 2 of them were exactly who we expected. And I'm pretty sure the third guy was just lost and picked up the worst possible person in Raccoon City to ask for directions. Our target finally showed up about 20 minutes ago. He's been circling the block in that blue Cadillac we have on file. Stopping long enough to talk to the girls, and then off again.
Was wondering when he'd make an appearance. Don't move on him yet. If he's doing what we think he's doing, let him make another circuit. Give the surveillance guys something worth putting in the report. Been watching this guy for weeks. I'd rather not blow it because we're bored. How are you doing out there? You need somebody to rotate you out?
Well, I am wet, cold, and developing a deep spite for everyone who gets to work indoors. But I'm fine. I will say this assignment has done wonders for my self-esteem. I've been propositioned 4 times, offered cigarettes twice, and one very kind gentleman told me I have the most beautiful eyes before asking if $40 was enough. I told him he could not afford the eyes. He drove away looking genuinely hurt and confused.
That's why we send our finest. Get what you need, stay visible to our people. Don't disappear into one of those motel rooms unless the arrest team knows exactly where you are. Patrol stretched thin tonight, so if this gets complicated, backup might not be there very fast.
Yeah, I've noticed. I've seen 3 patrol cars go screaming toward downtown since I've been standing here. Ambulance went in the same direction maybe 10 minutes ago. What, is something going on over there? One of the girls asked me if there was another ride. I told her I did not know what she was talking about, but apparently everyone down here has heard something.
Nothing useful. Dispatch has been stacking calls all night. Fights, disturbances, assaults, same thing we've been hearing all night. There's some unrest downtown, so People see 2 patrol cars moving fast. Suddenly the whole city's burning down. Just pay attention to your op. If there's anything else we need to know, dispatch will tell us.
Well, copy that. But yeah, there is another thing, though. Probably nothing related to us, but since you asked how things are down here, one of our regulars is missing. You know the redhead I'm talking about, Denise? She usually works the stretch between the motel and the gas station. We've picked her up enough times that she knows half the Vice unit by first name. I haven't seen her tonight, and I asked one of the other girls where she was.
Yeah, I know Denise. She usually doesn't miss a Friday night unless we've already arrested her. What'd the other girl say? The boyfriend trouble again, or she find a better line of work?
Well, neither. She said Denise got sick a few days ago. Apparently, really sick. Fever, vomiting, she couldn't keep anything down. And then she started acting strange, confused, irritable, saying her whole body hurt. One of the girls went over to check on her and said Denise couldn't even open the door. She could hear her inside, but Denise just kept telling her to go away. Eventually, somebody called an ambulance, and that's the last anybody heard about her.
It's probably what it sounds like. Flu, bad dope, food poisoning, take your pick. If an ambulance got her, at least somebody looked at her. We've got one bartender tonight telling us already about a sick guy getting thrown out of his place, so there's probably a bug going around. It's September. Wouldn't exactly be unprecedented.
Well, that's what I figured. Only reason I mentioned it is the other girl who was checking on her got pretty rattled about it. Just said when they were outside Denise's apartment, they could hear her throwing things around in there, like maybe furniture, and then it suddenly went quiet. She said the ambulance crew had trouble with her when they finally got inside, but, that's third-hand information coming from somebody who looks statuesque in 6-inch heels in the rain, so take it for what it's worth.
I'll lose sleep over it appropriately. If you hear anything else about Denise, just write it down. Otherwise, don't listen to street gossip and don't let it pull you away from what you're doing. Got enough rumors floating around Raccoon City already. Everybody's got a story tonight, and somehow, every single time, that story gets stranger when it reaches a cop.
Fair enough. I've actually got a potential John I need to keep an eye on. Trucker, big, really creepy, even by tonight's standards. He pulled over about maybe 15 minutes ago and spent about 5 minutes of that trying to negotiate with me. We got far enough into the conversation that I can work with it, but then he realized he didn't have enough cash, so he said he was going to go find an ATM and come back. I figured there was about a 50-50 chance I'd never see him again.
If he comes back, make sure surveillance gets the truck and the plate before you go anywhere with him. And hey, Holly, big creepy trucker, it's not exactly a description that fills me with confidence. Don't let him take you halfway across the city. Just get whatever elements you need, keep your team close, make the arrest as soon as you've got enough. I don't need you spending the night touring Raccoon City from the passenger seat of an 18-wheeler.
Believe me, sightseeing is not a part of the plan. Oh, hey. Yeah, I can see the truck coming back now. Same one. He's slowing down at the corner. Well, looks like he found his ATM after all. I'll let him make his approach, get everything established, and then I'm going to go get in with him. Don't worry, surveillance knows the truck, and they should have eyes on me the whole time.
All right, well, don't rush it. Make sure he establishes what he's paying for before you get in. Keep your people close. If anything feels wrong, just walk. I don't really care about the arrest or not. Just, we'll catch him later.
Copy that, Sarge. He's pulling over now, so I gotta go. I'll call you once we're done. And again, this guy just creeps me out. Well, hey, baby, you're back. Did you find that money for me?
Sarge, you got a second? I'm taking 5 minutes before I go back in there and donate the rest of the Vice division that's operating budget to 4 guys who apparently haven't had legitimate employment since Reagan was president. I'm at the poker game. The same place we talked about, upstairs over that appliance repair shop in Mercer. We got 6 players tonight. Dealer makes 7, and I've been sitting at the table for almost 3 hours. If anybody asks, I'm regional sales rep with a drinking problem and absolutely no understanding of mathematics.
Well, based on your expense reports, that last part shouldn't require much acting. How much department money have you lost?
$160. And before you say anything, I had a pair of queens 20 minutes ago and some bastard across some meat pulled straight on the river. I almost arrested him on principle. But we got what we wanted. House is taking a percentage of every pot, cash is changing hands, and they've got a guy in the back keeping records. And I've seen enough tonight that we can start putting the paperwork together without relying entirely on the informant.
All right, good. Don't get greedy. We're building a gambling case, not trying to win our money back. Stay long enough that leaving doesn't look strange. Finish your drink. Lose another $20 if you have to and just get out. We'll sit down tomorrow. We'll figure out what we actually have. Hey, anybody in there we recognize?
Oh, absolutely. A couple familiar faces, nothing that'll surprise you. We got Marvin Ellis from that bookmaking case last year. He pretended not to recognize me, which either means my disguise is incredible or Marvin's smarter than I thought. There's also a guy everybody calls Benny who's been taking side bets on the fight up at Grand Raccoon Casino tonight. Redford and Herrera. Apparently half this room has money in Redford. Benny keeps telling me everybody it's the safest bet they'll make all year.
Well, that's usually what a bookmaker says right before they buy a new car with someone else's cash. You put anything down?
20 on Herrera just to annoy everyone. You should have seen the table. They looked at me like I'd announced I was betting on a 3-legged horse. My guy offered to take the bet personally. Says Redford's gonna put Herrera down inside 5 rounds. I told him stranger things have happened. So if Herrera pulls us off, technically the Raccoon City Police Department is $20 richer.
No. Technically, Detective Frank Dalton's created a very interesting conversation with IA. Don't start gambling department money on boxing matches. Losing money while you're establishing the case is one thing. Picking winners is something else.
See, that's exactly the kind of negative thinking that's keeping this division from becoming financially independent. We could fund the Christmas party ourselves. Anyway, I'm kidding. Most of the games are pretty normal. Lots of cigarettes, bad whiskey, worse poker. Only strangely nice people leaving early.
Leaving because they're losing or leaving because something else is going on?
Little of both. One guy got a call maybe 40 minutes ago and practically ran out of here. Said his wife was hysterical about something happening near their apartment downtown. Wouldn't say what. Then another player left about 10 minutes later because his brother apparently got taken to the hospital. The dealer's been moaning because he expected a full table until after midnight, and now we're down to 4 players. Could just be coincidence.
Probably is. Downtown's a mess. I've been hearing patrol traffic since I parked, fights, assaults, disturbances. Jack's bar just threw some sick guy out earlier. Everybody seems to have a story. If your poker player want to go home and check their families, I'm not going to read into it.
Neither am I. Although I'll tell you something else. These guys have a little television behind the bar with the sound turned down. Local news has been running footage from downtown every so often. Couldn't hear what they were saying, but there were police cars everywhere in one shot. One of the guys at the table said there was some kind of demonstration going on. Other guy says it's because of those murders outside the city. Nobody seems to know anything.
And a room full of illegal gamblers probably isn't where I'd go for reliable news. Let patrol worry about downtown. We've got everything we need to worry about here. Just remember everything you saw in that room, especially the guy keeping the records. Did you actually see him taking numbers, or are you just assuming that's what he was doing?
Saw it myself. Little office through the back. Doors opens every time somebody needs cash or chips. Ledger on the desk, envelopes, names, amounts. And he went back there twice after taking bets in the fight. I'm not saying the whole operation is his, but he's involved. Give me another night in there and I can probably get closer to him.
Well, we'll decide that tomorrow. You've got enough for tonight. Frank, I'm serious, man. Just don't stay because the cards are interesting. Patrol's thin, the city's restless. I've got people scattered all over. I'd rather start pulling people back before we're chasing 3 different ops at 2 a.m.
You're getting old, Sarge. A couple years ago, you'd have told me to stay until they counted the money.
Well, a couple years ago, I didn't have to explain to Chief Irons why a detective got his teeth knocked out over a poker game while he was losing city money.
Fair point. I'll play another couple hands, make an excuse, and head out. Although if Herrera wins the fight, I'm calling you immediately so you can formally acknowledge that I was the only man in Raccoon City with any faith in him.
If Herrera wins, call Benny. Sounds like he's the one who's going to have a long night.
You know what? That's actually true. He's taking a mountain of money on Redford. If Herrera somehow knocks him out, then he might be the happiest criminal in Raccoon City.
Well, let's hope everyone has a nice quiet evening and gets paid. Finish up, check in when you're clear.
Will do. And I'm putting the $160 in my expense report.
Yeah, I know you are.
Plus for emotional damages.
Goodbye, Frank.
Good night, Sarge.
This is 1 Lincoln 3. Go ahead, Lincoln 3.
Is this Sergeant Collins? I've been transferred twice already, and I really don't have time to spend the rest of my evening being passed around the Raccoon City Police Department. My son was stopped outside a bar near Raccoon University tonight, and one of your officers wrote him a citation for underage drinking. He's 20 years old. 20. He turns 21 in 2 months, for God's sake. We're seriously going to pretend like those 8 weeks make some enormous difference?
Well, if your son's 20, then those 8 weeks make him under 21. I'm not trying to be a hard ass, but there's not a whole lot of interpretation here. If one of my detectives saw him drinking and confirmed his age, the citation's appropriate. He's not being hauled off to county. He's got a ticket. He'll have an opportunity to deal with it through the normal process like anybody else.
Like anybody else, right. Except my son isn't some delinquent stumbling around downtown looking for trouble. He's a star student at RCU. He's carrying a nearly 4-point average. He's already been accepted into a research internship, and he has never been in trouble with the police in his life. This was one beer with his friends. One. And now I've got him calling me from outside some bar acting like his life is over because one of your people apparently needed something to do tonight.
Okay, well, the good news is his life's not over. He got a ticket, not a felony conviction. If he's responsible like you're saying, he'll learn something from it, and this won't happen again. Being a good student doesn't change his birthday, so I'm not going to call my detective and to tell him to tear up a legitimate ticket because the kid has good grades.
I don't think you understand who you're speaking to. I'm a senior administrator with Umbrella. I've been with the company for 17 years. I work directly with people whose names I'm sure you're familiar with, and my family has contributed quite a bit to this city. Umbrella contributes quite a bit to this city. So yes, Sergeant, I think asking for a little professional discretion over something this significant is perfectly reasonable. Michael, will you please get that dog out of here? He's doing it again. Put him downstairs or something.
Well, who you work for isn't relevant here. Umbrella can own every building on the block. Your son's still not 21, so I'm not really interested in getting one of my detectives in trouble because I told him drinking age depends on where somebody's dad works. Look, if you want to contest the ticket, instructions are printed on the back.
I'm not threatening anybody. I'm explaining that this is ridiculous. And now I'm standing here arguing with you when I've already got enough happening at home tonight. Michael, I said get him out of here. Put the dog in the garage. I don't care if he's scared. He's been growling at her for the last 20 minutes, and I'm tired of listening to it. Sorry, Sergeant. My wife isn't feeling well, and apparently the dog has decided tonight is the night he's forgotten who she is.
That's fine. Look, if you've got something going on at home, why don't you deal with that? Your son's fine. He's not in custody, assuming we're talking about the same incident anyway. My detective will finish with him, and he'll be free to leave. You don't need to solve this tonight. Just take care of your wife. Call the number on the citation tomorrow if you have any questions.
I'm perfectly capable of handling both. My wife came home from work this afternoon complaining about a headache. Then chills, nausea, the usual sort of thing. I assumed she was coming down with the flu, but she's gotten worse over the last few hours. She's freezing, I mean, actually cold to the touch. I put 2 blankets over her, and she keeps saying she doesn't need them. And now she's getting mean about everything. Snapping at me, snapping at Michael. It's probably why the dog's upset.
Well, hey, look, if she's getting worse that quickly, you should probably call a doctor instead of worrying about a ticket. I've heard about some kind of illness going around tonight. I don't know if it's the flu or what, but you're actually not the first person who's mentioned someone getting sick. If she's cold to the touch or acting confused or aggressive, call an ambulance, man.
She doesn't need an ambulance. She's a physician, Sergeant. She'd be the first person to tell me if she needed a hospital. Besides, Spencer Memorial is apparently a disaster tonight. One of her colleagues called earlier and said they're backed up. I don't need my wife sitting in an emergency room for 6 hours because she's caught some bug that's going around the office. Michael, stop yelling at the dog and just put him outside.
Well, I'm not telling you what she has. I'm telling you what I'd do. If someone's getting that much worse over a few hours and if their behavior's changing, I'd rather have medical personnel tell me I overreacted than find out later that I shouldn't have called. And if the dog's being weird around her, I'd keep them separated. No need to add a dog bite to everything else.
The dog isn't aggressive. That's what's strange. We've had him 6 years. He sleeps at the foot of our bed. My wife is the one who feeds him every morning, and right now he won't even go near her. Every time she gets up, he backs away and starts growling. His hair stands straight up along his back. I've never seen him do that with her before. He was whining at the bedroom door earlier like there was a stranger inside.
You know, man, animals do react to people behaving differently. It's the smell or the movement, medication. I really don't know. But again, you're describing enough usual things. I think your attention belongs there right now. Your son's going to be fine.
Hold on. Honey, what are you doing up? Honey, sit back down. You look terrible. No, I'm not insulting you. I'm saying you're sick. Michael, take the dog outside now. Jesus Christ, why is everybody in this house incapable of listening tonight?
Sir?
I'm here. She just walked in. She shouldn't even be out of bed. She's standing here staring at me like I said something wrong. Honey, I'm on the phone with the police. We talked about this 20 minutes ago.
Well, does she know where she is? Does she know who you are?
Of course she knows who I am. She's sick, not senile. She's just not answering me. Honey, say something. See, this is exactly what I mean. She's been like this all evening. 1 minute she's furious about something, and next minute she barely responds. And she's scratching her arms again. She's already made them raw doing that.
Look, man, forget about the ticket. I'm serious. Hang up, call an ambulance. Tell dispatch what you told me. She's cold, confused, vomiting in the chills, changed behavior, scratching herself badly enough to injure her skin. Let medical make the decision if she needs to go in.
Fine, I'll call. But I'm not finished with this thing involving my son. I'll be speaking to somebody at the department tomorrow, and frankly, I expect a little more common sense than I've gotten tonight. Honey, don't touch that. Just sit down, please. Michael, where the hell did you go?
Tomorrow's fine. Just call whoever you need to call. Go take care of your wife.
I will. And Sergeant, I expect that citation to be reviewed.
Sarge, Morgan, you busy? Actually, don't answer that. I know you're sitting in that Crown Vic drinking coffee while the rest of us are doing actual police work. I'm inside in the Golden Orchid over on Crescent. We finally got what we needed. Took me 45 minutes and the worst shoulder massage of my life. But the woman working the room finally made the offer herself. Price, service, everything. Clear as day, we've got enough to move.
45 minutes? Ray, you're conducting an investigation, not getting a deluxe package. Please tell me you didn't spend $45 of city money lying on a table before someone propositioned you.
$60, and I'm putting every penny of it on the expense sheet. You want believable undercover work, you have to commit to the role. Besides, I think she actually fixed something in my neck. I've been able to turn my head that far since the academy. Anyway, yeah, we've got it. I gave the signal to the guys outside about 5 minutes ago. Only problem is somebody in here figured out what's happening before they could come through the door.
How?
Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe somebody recognized one of the cars. Maybe one of our guys stood outside looking like a cop, trying very hard not to look like a cop. Whatever happened, the owner suddenly locked the front door and started yelling that we're harassing her business. I've got 3 women in the hallway arguing with me, 2 customers pretending they have absolutely no idea why we're here, and now the owner wants to speak to whoever's in charge.
Naturally. Apparently tonight I've become customer service for every business we're investigating. Did you ID yourself?
Didn't have much choice after she started screaming about entrapment. Badges out, everybody knows who I am, and the arrest team is standing outside looking through the glass at me. Nobody's in danger. It's just become a circus. She keeps insisting that this is a legitimate business and debating my supervisor. I told her I'd do her one better and let her complain to you directly.
Well, first of all, I really appreciate everybody volunteering my phone number tonight. God, put her on.
Sergeant Collins? I'd really like you to explain what exactly your detective thinks he's doing here. I've been running this business for 9 years. We're licensed, we pay our taxes, we have regular customers, and now I've got an undercover police officer flashing a badge in my hallway while several more officers are standing outside my front door. My customers are scared, my employees are embarrassed, and I want to know why your department thinks this is acceptable.
Ma'am, Detective Morgan's there as part of an investigation. If he's identified himself as a police officer, then the undercover portion of the investigation's finished. I'm not going to argue the entire case with you over the phone. One of your employees offered him an illegal service in exchange for money. He's obligated to document it. Right now, easiest thing you can do is unlock the door, cooperate with the officers outside.
She didn't offer him anything illegal. He misunderstood her. I already spoke with her. He came in asking questions. She explained what services were available, and apparently he heard whatever he wanted to hear. Now he's telling me he has enough to make arrests? And yes, I locked the door because I had no idea who all those men were outside when they first showed up. Have you looked at this neighborhood tonight? Things are getting crazy out there.
What do you mean crazy?
I mean, something has been going on outside for the last half hour. There have been police cars going toward downtown, ambulances, a fire engine. A few minutes ago, there was some kind of fight across the street near the bus stop. I couldn't see exactly what happened because of the rain, but people started screaming and somebody ran right into traffic. One of my customers left early because he said there was some kind of riot happening a few blocks away. Then your officers show up outside my business. So yes, I locked the door.
Okay, well, whatever's going on across the street has nothing to do with why my detective's in there, so. Patrol, they're dealing with a lot of calls tonight. I've been hearing the traffic on my radio. Right now, though, I'm asking you to unlock the door and let my officers handle this without turning this into something bigger than it needs to be. Nobody needs to drag this out all night.
I'm going to challenge this. We've had Vice come through before, and we've never had a problem. I know what goes on in my own business, and I'm not letting one undercover officer walk in here and decide we're running some kind of brothel because he thinks he heard something suggestive.
And you're entitled to challenge it. That's why court's there. Tonight's not court. My detectives are going to ID everybody involved, document what happened, and take enforcement action. You can disagree with all of it tomorrow. For right now, open the door.
Fine, I'm opening it. But your detective still owes me $60.
I'm sorry?
The massage. He got 45 minutes. He doesn't suddenly get it for free because he's a police officer.
Put Detective Morgan back on the phone.
I'm guessing she mentioned the $60.
Yeah, first thing she and I have agreed on all night.
It's evidence, Sarge.
It's a massage, Ray.
It's an investigative expense. There's a difference. And for the record, she's opening the door now. Guys are coming inside. Everything's calm. We'll identify everybody, get statements, and shut the place down for the night. Nobody's fighting, nobody's running, owner's just pissed off, which isn't exactly new territory for us.
Get what you need. Don't turn a misdemeanor op into a hostage situation, please.
Brett, it's Lou. You got a minute? Before you ask, no. I'm not calling because I got picked up. I'm at home. I'm behaving myself. And as far as I know, nobody wearing a badge is sitting outside. I'm calling because I heard your guys have been sniffing around the games tonight. And I figured maybe I'd save everybody some time. Consider one of those moments where Lou remembers how much he values his relationship with the Raccoon City Police Department.
Well, your relationship with RPD is mostly us arresting you and you pretending you haven't seen us before. But I'm listening. What do you got?
Alright, first of all, I haven't been arrested in almost a year, and I think that deserves some recognition. And second, everybody's taking action tonight. You've got Redford and Herrera fighting up the Grand Raccoon Casino. That's Christmas morning for you guys in my profession. Bars are taking bets, poker rooms are taking bets. Guys are working phones out of their apartments. You could arrest half the city tonight and still have people standing in line to put $20 on Redford.
You're really selling me on the whole behaving myself thing. You taking bets?
Absolutely not. I'm retired, alright?
Lou.
Or I'm semi-retired. Look, that's not what I call, okay? You know a guy named Frank?
Well, you're going to have to narrow that down considerably.
Just Frank. That's how people talk about him. If you're asking for a last name, you're already asking more questions than I like answering over the phone. Big guy. Expensive suits. Doesn't yell much. Because he doesn't have to. He's got money in gambling, loans, collections. Mean son of a bitch. Not fake tough either. I'm talking about the kind of guy where somebody owes him money, and suddenly that somebody decides Arizona sounds like a nice place to live.
Okay, and why are you telling me about Frank tonight?
Because Frank is on his way up to the Grand Raccoon Casino. At least, that's what I've heard. He's collecting tonight, and it's not pocket change either. Somebody up there owes him serious money. 6 figures. Maybe more. Word is, he's been waiting on it for a while, and tonight's the deadline.
Who owes him?
Operations manager.
At the casino?
That's what I'm telling you. One of their operations guys. I don't know the whole story, and I don't want to know the whole story. Something about him and a relative getting themselves into debt, trying to find out the money. They made promises. Promises turned into more promises. And now Frank's tired of hearing promises. He's going up there tonight to collect in person.
Okay, you got a name for the operations manager?
Nope.
Okay, so you just happen to know he's an operations manager. You know how much he owes. You know that a relative's involved and that Frank is going there tonight. But nobody mentioned the guy's name.
See, this is why nobody likes talking to the cops. You get useful information and immediately complain it isn't useful enough. I hear things, Brett, alright? People talk around me. Somebody says Frank's going to the casino to squeeze the operations manager. I remember it. Somebody gives me the man's social security number and mother's maiden name. Maybe I'll write that down too.
Okay, how reliable is this?
Reliable enough that if I worked at that casino, I'd call in sick tonight. Frank doesn't make house calls because he wants to catch up. And with the money moving around because of the fight, maybe he figures tonight's the perfect time to collect. Casino's full, cash is everywhere, and whoever owes him can't exactly say business is slow.
Does Frank carry?
Does Chief Irons own a gun?
Don't get cute.
I'm not, okay? I don't know what Frank carries tonight. I've seen him armed before. I've seen the people around him armed before. Frank's not some street idiot wearing a pistol around because somebody looked at him funny. That's what makes him worse. He's calm, polite even. Right up until he decides he's done being polite.
Okay, is he going alone?
Don't know. Probably not. But I heard he was already heading toward Arclays when I called you. So if you're thinking about getting somebody up there, I'd do it sooner rather than later.
Well, I'll pass it along. Casino's kind of outside the immediate area, but I do have contacts up there. If this Frank's making a collection and there's any possibility of violence, I'd like somebody aware of it. Did you hear anything else?
About Frank? No. About tonight? Plenty. Everybody's acting strange. Phones have been ringing non-stop, but half the people who normally bet with me aren't answering theirs. A couple guys canceled completely. One of my runners called and said he's staying home because there's trouble downtown. He said people are fighting in the street and cops are everywhere. I told him people fight downtown every Friday night. He said this was different.
Different how?
Wouldn't say. Just kept telling me, Lou, something's wrong. Then he hung up. And before you ask, no, I don't think he's using. He has been running numbers for years. He's nervous about cops. Nervous about money. Nervous about his wife finding out what he does. I've never heard him nervous about walking down the street.
Well, I got a lot of people telling me something feels wrong tonight, but nobody seems to know what wrong means. If you hear anything specific, call me. Names, locations, actual incidents. Just no rumors.
That's why I called you about Frank. That's specific. Frank. Grand Raccoon Casino. Operations manager. A lot of money. For the night. That's 5 specific, Sergeant. You're welcome.
You're a model citizen and an inspiration to us all. Anything else before I regret answering?
Yeah. Murder.
What about him?
I'm thinking about putting a little money on him.
I thought you were retired.
Semi-retired. Besides, everybody's betting record. Odds are getting stupid. Sometimes when everybody in the room agrees on something, that's when I start looking the other direction.
Lou, for once, do me a favor. Just stay home.
With whatever's happening outside, wasn't planning on leaving.
You hear anything else about this, Frank, you call me?
I will. But Brett,
What?
if you send somebody up to that casino, tell them not to treat Frank like some 2-bit collector. He's a mean dude. Kind you don't realize you're in trouble with until he's standing right in front of you.
All right, well, I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Then we're even.
We're never even, Lou.
Well, worth a shot.
Baker 7, we have a 431 at 1st and Alameda, code 3.
Sarge, it's Reeves. We've got a problem with Hawley. Another emergency yet, so don't go jumping out of the car. But we lost sight of the truck. We behind them after she got in with John. Everything looked good. He headed east like he was going toward the motel strip. Then he changed direction on us. Took Jefferson toward downtown instead. We stayed about 3 cars back so we didn't burn Hawley. But traffic started stacking up near the intersection of 9th and Jefferson.
What do you mean you lost the truck? We had 2 cars on Holly. It's the entire reason I gave you 2 cars. Where's the second unit?
They got hung up behind us. RPD had the intersection partially blocked. 2 patrol cars, ambulance, a bunch of people standing around on the street. I don't know what happened. It looked like an accident at first, except there wasn't really a wreck that I could see. One officer was trying to move everybody back on the sidewalk. The truck got through before they stopped traffic. We didn't. By the time they let us around, it was gone.
Okay, tell me you got the plate.
Yeah. We got the plate, company name, everything. Guy's name is registered under a trucking outfit out in Cleveland. We ran it before Hawley got inside. Nothing came back that would have stopped the operation. No warrants, no stolen vehicle hit, nothing. He told Hawley he was passing through Raccoon City on his way west.
Was Holly okay the last time you saw her?
As far as we could tell, she gave us a signal after she got in. Everything was good. They were talking, truck wasn't moving fast, nothing about it looked wrong. She knew we were behind her. That's why I don't want you thinking she's in trouble just because we lost visual. This whole thing happened in maybe 2 minutes.
Have you tried calling her?
Twice. No answer.
Then why did you start this conversation with nothing emergency yet?
Because she's undercover, Sarge. You know how this works. If she's sitting 3 feet from the guy, she's not exactly going to pull out a department cell phone and say, "Hey, Sergeant, everything's great." She could have it muted. She could be waiting until she gets out of the cab. I'm not saying I like it. I'm saying 2 missed calls doesn't mean she's tied up in the sleeper.
I know what it means, Mark, but I also know Holly wouldn't let this guy take her halfway across town, and now nobody's got eyes on her. Did she give you any indication they were changing locations before you lost them?
No. The last signal we got was good. She was supposed to let him establish a deal, ride with him a short distance, then we'd move in once she gave us the bus signal. And we never got it. But there's something else making this harder. Traffic downtown's getting weird. People are driving like idiots, and RPD has another street blocked about 4 blocks east of us. I'm hearing sirens everywhere. Whatever patrol's dealing with tonight is spreading to our area.
Yeah, I've heard it too. Mostly disturbances, requests for additional units, sick customer at Jack's bar, this and that. It doesn't change what we're doing. Holly's the priority.
Agreed. Second surveillance car's checking the motel lots now in case the truck doubled back. I'm continuing east. Big rig shouldn't exactly be difficult to hide in downtown Raccoon City. If he parked anywhere around here, somebody's going to see it. I'm also going to have one of the guys call the trucking company and see if they have a destination or delivery address for him.
Okay, good. Call patrol, give them the plate, the description, make it clear we're not calling it an abduction. Not yet. I don't need every black and white in Raccoon City lighting this guy up. She's still in that car. She's still undercover. Just tell him Vice lost visual. It's an operation. We need the truck located.
Copy. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And Sarge, for what it's worth, I don't think the trucker made us. He never looked back at us. Never accelerated. Didn't start making random turns. It didn't feel like counter-surveillance. He just changed where he was going.
Well, that bothers me more. If he spotted you, we'd know why he changed direction. She only agreed on a short ride to a motel, right? So if he's taking her somewhere else, I'd like to know why. What did she tell you about him before she got in?
Same thing she told you. A big guy, trucker, creepy. He approached her earlier, negotiated a price, realized he didn't have enough cash and went looking for an ATM. Came back about 15 minutes later. She got enough from him that she was comfortable continuing. Honestly, Sarge, it looked like the easiest bus we were making all night.
Oh, man. Okay, keep moving. Check the motels, truck accessible lots, gas stations, anywhere he could pull that thing over. And keep calling her, but don't blow up her phone every 30 seconds. If she's working him, I don't want him to wonder why she has a cell phone and why she's so popular.
Understood. Hold on a second. I got another patrol car coming through here now. And they're moving fast. It looks like they're heading toward downtown, too. Something's definitely going on over here. I can hear more sirens over further east.
Forget downtown, man. Patrol can handle downtown. Find the detective.
Yeah, we're on it. I'll call you the second we have a truck or Hawley answers.
Holly, pick up if you can hear me.
Well, hello there.
Who's this?
It's not a very friendly way to answer the telephone, especially when you're the one calling me. I was wondering when that little thing was was gonna ring again. It's been buzzing every few minutes. Thought I finally ought to answer. Seems rude not to.
Put Holly on the phone.
Holly. That's pretty. She didn't tell me her name was Holly. As a matter of fact, she didn't tell me much of anything that turned out to be true. But I suppose that's part of the job, isn't it?
Who the hell are you?
They call me Happy Jack.
All right, Jack. Sergeant Brett Collins, Raccoon City Police Department. The woman whose phone you're holding is a police officer, so I don't know what you think's happening here, but you need to put her on the phone now.
A police officer? Well, now, isn't that something? I knew she was putting on a little show for me, but I figured that was just part of the arrangement. Never would have guessed she had a badge tucked away somewhere. That's a surprise, Holly. You hear that? Your friend just spoiled the whole thing. Calm down, sweetheart. Don't do that. You're all right. We're having a conversation, that's all. You just sit back and be quiet for me. You're doing fine. There you go. See? Nothing gets better when everybody starts losing their minds.
Okay, Jack. Listen. Whatever you thought she was doing tonight doesn't matter anymore. You know she's a cop now, so turn the truck around, pull into a well-lit public place, and let her out. You do that, we can talk about everything else afterwards.
Oh, I don't think we're going to do that. See, Sergeant, I didn't know she was a police officer when I picked her up. That's true. But you're mistaken about one thing. You seem to think finding that out changes something for me. It doesn't. Not really. If anything, it makes tonight a little more interesting.
Where are you taking her?
Somewhere quiet. Raccoon City's awfully noisy tonight, haven't you noticed? Sirens everywhere. People yelling, cars flying around. Everybody's in such a hurry. I prefer somewhere you can hear yourself think. Somewhere you can sit for a while and watch without interruptions.
Watch what?
The process.
What process?
Oh, I think you've been seeing pieces of it all night. You just don't know what you're looking at yet. It starts small. Somebody doesn't feel right. Head hurts. Skin starts bothering them. They get cold. Maybe they get sick. Then comes agitation, that nasty little temper. Everybody around them thinks they're drunk or high or caught some bug. Everybody wants to explain it away because that's what people do when something frightens them. I pay attention. That's the trouble with most people. They look away from anything unpleasant. Deer gets clipped by a car. Everybody turns their head. They don't want to see it lying there. Don't want to see the legs moving. Don't want to see how long it takes. Me, I stop. I watch. Not because I caused it, but because once something starts, I like to see how it finishes.
What did you do to her?
You make me sound like some kind of monster. I didn't start what's happening to your city. I didn't make anybody sick. I'm just lucky enough to be here while it happens.
Holly, if you can hear me, Reeves is looking for you. Mark has the truck description and the plate. Every cop I can reach is going to know what they're looking for. Jack, you got a short window here where this ends without anybody getting hurt. Just pull over, let her walk away.
Easy. Easy now. I told you not to strain yourself. You're already shaking enough. Just breathe. Nice and slow. We're going somewhere quiet, remember? You don't need to worry about your sergeant anymore. Happy Jack's taking care of you tonight.
If you heard her, man.
You're still talking like I'm scared of getting caught. It's not what this is about. Besides, you should hear her breathing, Sergeant. She's trying so hard not to let me know she's scared. Tough girl. I like that. Makes me wonder how long that part lasts.
Jack, listen to me. We have your truck. We have your plate. We know what direction you were going. You're not going to disappear anywhere.
It's already happening. I noticed it after we got away from your boys. At first, I thought maybe she was just nervous. Then she started rubbing her arm. Wouldn't stop, kept scratching the same spot over and over. And she said she felt cold. Now, Sergeant, don't ruin the evening. She's right here. She's alive, listening, and I'm going to sit with her. Just going to take her somewhere nice and quiet where nobody's going to interrupt us. And I'm going to watch the process take hold. Shh, easy now, Holly. You're scared. Anybody would be. Just settle down. Save your strength. We still got a little drive ahead of us. It's going to be a magical evening.
One Baker 7, we have a 431 at 1st and Alameda, code 3.
Dispatch Vice 2. Dispatch Vice 2, you copy? RPD Dispatch, Sergeant Collins, Vice 2. Priority Bolo. Priority Bolo. Vehicle connected to undercover officer, Detective Holly Bennett. Possible abduction. Dispatch, acknowledge. Nothing. I've been trying to get through the last few minutes. Radio works. It's not the problem. I can hear others. Patrols all over the damn thing. Half the transmissions are stepping on each other, units asking for backup, somebody requesting EMS, somebody else trying to get another car sent downtown. Dispatch answers one unit and 3 more talk at the same time. I don't think they're ignoring me. I think they're buried. Dispatch, Vice 2, priority traffic, copy? I've tried the main desk twice on my cell. Nothing there either. Just rings. I wish Mac would answer the phone. I don't know what's happening tonight. An hour ago, this was a vice shift. Liquor violations, underage drinking, gambling, massage parlor, prostitution sting. Now I've got a detective missing with some psychopath calling himself Happy Jack. Somehow the son of a bitch knows about the sick people too. Jack's bar had a guy throwing up, pale, itchy skin. Holly told me about Denise, fever, vomiting, confusion, aggression. Father told me something too, his wife. Cold to the touch, scratching herself raw. It didn't seem right. Hell, even their damn dog knows something's wrong with her. And then Happy Jack describes the same thing, like he's seen it before. He called it, what did he call it? The process. What the hell's that mean? Maybe there's some contaminated dope on the street. Wouldn't be the first time someone cooked up garbage in a basement. But that doesn't explain the ambulances or why patrols in a war zone. Dispatch, Vice 2, Sergeant Collins, priority traffic. Please answer. I'll have to stay put for now. Everybody in the unit knows this is the staging point. If she does get away from that truck, they can find me here, and my radio actually has signal. So I'm not moving. Not yet. I'll keep trying. I'll keep calling Holly's phone.
Sergeant Collins? It's me, from the Golden Orchid. You spoke to me earlier. I need you to listen to me because I've been trying to call 911 and I can't get through. I tried twice. I tried the police department too. Nobody's answering. Your detectives already left and I didn't know who else to call, but I still had your number from earlier.
Slow down. I remember you. What's going on?
One of the customers attacked one of my girls. That's what happened. He was getting ready to leave and he started acting strange. He'd been sitting in the lobby waiting for his friend and I thought maybe he had too much to drink before he came in. He kept rubbing his face and scratching his neck. Then he started sweating. I asked if he was okay and he wouldn't answer me. He just kept staring at one of the girls.
Okay, where is he now?
Gone. Ran out. Or walked out. I don't know. Everything happened so fast. One of my girls went over because she thought he was going to pass out, and she just touched his shoulder and he grabbed her. He just grabbed her and he bit her. Right here, right on the arm. He bit down so hard she was screaming and he couldn't get him off. One of the other customers finally hit him with a chair and he let go. Then he got up like nothing happened and walked right out the front door.
Did anybody follow him?
No, we were trying to help her. There was blood everywhere. I took her into the back and wrapped her arm in towels. I kept trying to call an ambulance, but I couldn't get through. She was crying at first. Then she started throwing up. She said her head hurt. She was freezing. I put a blanket around her and tried to keep her awake, but she just kept getting worse.
How long ago was she bitten?
I don't know, 20 minutes? Maybe 30? I wasn't watching the clock. She got sick so fast. That's what I don't understand. You don't get sick that fast from being bitten. She was talking to me and then she started slurring her words. She couldn't stand. Her skin got pale and she was so cold. I kept checking her breathing because it got slower and slower.
Is she conscious now?
No.
Is she breathing?
No.
Did you check for a pulse?
Yeah, I did.
And?
She's dead.
Okay, listen, are you sure?
I know what dead looks like. I sat there with her for 10 minutes trying to wake her up. She isn't breathing. There's no pulse. Her eyes are open. She just doesn't blink. She's dead, Sergeant. She died right there on the floor and I couldn't get anybody to answer the goddamn telephone.
Okay, don't touch her anymore. Get everybody out of the back room. Close the door. How many people are still inside the building?
Just me and two of the girls. Everybody else left when things started getting bad outside. We locked the front door. There are people running past every few minutes now, and I don't know what's happening out there, and I'm not opening that door.
Good. Keep it locked. Stay away from the woman who's bit. I'll try to get dispatch. I haven't had much luck, but I'll try to get someone sent to you. Until then, don't go in that room. Nobody goes in that room. Understand?
Sergeant?
What?
I got bit too.
Okay, where?
My hand. When we were trying to pull him off of her. I didn't even realize he'd done it until afterward. It's not bad. I thought it was just a cut, but I looked at it and there are teeth marks. He got me. He got me right between my thumb and my wrist.
All right, I need you to sit down somewhere. Get away from the other two women. Don't panic. A little bite doesn't mean whatever happened with her is going to happen with you, but until we know what we're dealing with, separate yourself from everyone else.
I don't feel right.
Tell me what you're feeling.
Cold.
How cold?
Really cold. My hands, they won't stop shaking. I thought it was because I was scared, but it's getting worse. I turn the heat up and it isn't helping, and my skin feels strange. Like something's crawling underneath it.
Are you nauseous?
A little.
Headache?
Yes.
Are you having trouble breathing?
No, not yet, but I keep scratching. I can't stop. My arms, my neck, everywhere. It itches so bad. I scratched one spot until it started bleeding, and I didn't even notice.
Okay, listen to me. I'd like you to move away from the other women right now. Go into a separate room. Don't lock yourself somewhere where no one can reach you, but put a little distance. And tell them not to come near you, all right? I'll get somebody there.
I tried calling an ambulance.
I know.
Nobody answered.
I know. I'm having trouble reaching them too. I'm going to keep trying.
There's something else. I'm hungry.
Okay.
No, you don't understand. I ate dinner before work. I'm not supposed to be hungry, but I am. I'm so hungry. And the itching, God, the itching is getting worse.
Okay, stay with me. Don't go near anybody, okay?
Wait. I heard something in the back. She's moving.
Who?
The girl. The girl who died. She's...
Brett, it's Rachel. Any decision from you? I'm still inside the Blue Velvet over on Lonsdale. This operation is falling apart, and for once, it's nothing to do with us. We've had 2 clean liquor violations, and I was about 10 minutes away from getting introduced to the guy we've been looking at for the cocaine sales. But everybody in here is suddenly trying to leave. Half the staff is on phone with family, customers are cashing out, and the manager just locked the front doors.
Why'd he lock the doors?
Something's happening outside. I don't know what. We've been hearing sirens for the last half hour, but about 5 minutes ago, people started running past the club. Not jogging, Brett. Running. Manager said there's a fight in the parking lot across the street, and somebody smashed a car window. Now he's got a security guy staying at the entrance, and he's refusing to let anybody out until he knows what's happening.
Then you're done. Forget the narcotics guy. Forget the liquor violations. I'm shutting everything down that we're working on tonight anyway. Identify yourself to security. Whatever you got to do, and get out of there.
That's what I am calling. I can reach the service exit, but I've got Harris outside in the surveillance car, and I can't reach him. I've called twice. Rear traffic is useless. Every channel sounds like somebody kicked a hornet's nest. Heard an officer screaming for additional units a minute ago, and then somebody stepped right over him asking for EMS.
I'm having the same problem. Dispatch isn't answering. I've got priority traffic I've been trying to put out, and I can't get through. So stay inside until you know what's going on in that parking lot. Do not walk blindly into whatever patrol's dealing with.
Yeah, believe me, I'm not in a hurry. The manager's got the music off now. That's how you know something's wrong in a strip club. Place is dead quiet, except for everybody talking. Half the customers were pissed about because they want to leave. The other half are standing at the window trying to see what's happening outside.
Well, keep them away from the windows if people are fighting out there. What can you actually see?
Not much. Rain's making it hard. Parking lot lights are on low. There's a guy out there in a red sedan. Looks like he's down on the pavement. Another guy is standing over him. Hang on. Yeah, that's what everybody's looking at. The guy on the ground isn't fighting back. The other guy's kneeling over him now. Security thinks somebody got jumped. One of the bouncers wants to go out there.
Well, tell him not to.
Already did. He's telling me somebody could be hurt.
Okay, well, I'm telling you, we don't know what we're looking at. We've got reports tonight of sick people being violent. One person was just bit at another business. Keep everyone inside until we can get a patrol unit there.
Bitten? By what?
By another person.
Jesus. Alright. Well, apparently nobody here listened to the undercover cop because one of the security guys just went outside. Big guy named Daryl. He's crossing the lot now. He's yelling at the guy to get away from whoever's down there.
Rachel, stay inside.
I'm inside. I'm walking to the front window. Daryl's getting closer. The guy still isn't responding to him. He's just... Jesus, what is he doing? He's hunched over the other guy. I can see his hands. Daryl's maybe 10 feet away now. He's yelling at him. Okay, the guy heard him. He's looking at Daryl now. Something's wrong with his face. Wait, Daryl's backing up. The guy stood up. There's blood all over him. His mouth, his shirt. Jesus Christ. Daryl's told him to stay where he is. He's got his hands up. He's trying to calm him down. Daryl, get inside. Daryl, get back in here. Okay, he's headed back toward the door. The other guy's following him.
Lock the door.
It's locked. Manager locked it already. Daryl's got a key. He's coming back. The other guy stopped.
Oh, okay, good. Get Daryl inside. Keep that door locked.
Hold on. The manager was on the ground? He's moving.
Good. Then he's alive. Don't worry about him until...
No, Brett. You don't understand. I saw him. When the other guy stood up, I could see the man on the ground. His throat was torn apart. There was blood everywhere. He wasn't moving. He wasn't breathing. I was looking right at him. He's sitting up. He's sitting up. He's just sitting there now. There's more people coming into the parking lot. No, they're coming from the street. Some of them are hurt. One woman doesn't have shoe. There's a guy behind her holding a stomach. They're all walking this way.
Rachel, I have another call. I have to take this. Just stay inside.
Sergeant Collins.
Jack.
There you go. You remembered me. I was starting to worry I hadn't made much of an impression. Figured I'd give you a call since you've been trying so hard to reach us. That's dedication. I admire that. You know, Holly's lucky to have a supervisor who cares this much.
Where is she?
Right here with me. We're parked now. We found ourselves a nice, quiet spot. Took a little doing. Your city's awfully crowded in some places tonight. Everybody seems to be going somewhere all at once. Police cars, ambulances, people running around in the rain. You'd think somebody rang the dinner bell.
Put her on the phone.
In a minute. You know, you really should work on your manners. Every time we talk, it's orders. Put her on. Pull over. Let her go. You never ask how I'm doing.
I don't give a shit how you're doing.
Yeah, there it is again, that hostility. And here I am calling with an update.
Yeah? So update me. Is she alive?
Oh, yes, very much so for now.
If you touched her.
I told you before, I haven't done anything to her. That's what makes this so interesting. She's changing all by herself.
What does that mean?
It means the process is moving along. She's colder now. I gave her my jacket, but it didn't do much good. She's shaking, keeps rubbing her arms, scratching until I tell her to stop because she's making herself bleed. And she's thirsty. Aren't you, Holly? She's still got some fire in her.
Holly? Holly, listen to me. Reeves is looking for you. I need anything you can give me. A road, a building, railroad tracks, anything you saw before he stopped.
Now, that's not why I called. That's what I like about you, though, Sergeant. You keep imagining I'm doing terrible things over here. I'm just sitting in my seat, listening to the rain.
You're holding a police officer against her will.
Well, sure. Nobody's perfect. You know what I noticed first? Her eyes. People always talk about the skin, the color, how pale they get, but the eyes change before people realize what's happening. They stop looking around so much. They stop focusing on all the little things. Like something inside starts deciding what matters and what doesn't.
You've seen this before.
Oh, maybe.
Where?
Here and there, roadside, truck stops, back roads. Raccoon City's been showing these little signs for a while now if you know where to look. Most people don't. They see somebody staggering along the shoulder and they keep driving. See an animal acting strange and they roll up the window. They find something dead and don't bother to look twice. I always look twice.
You knew what was happening tonight before she ever got in your truck.
Oh, I had an idea.
Tell me what it is.
Where's the fun in that?
People are dying.
People are always dying. Tonight they're just having trouble staying that way.
What did you say?
Oh, I see you haven't gotten that far yet. You will. Give it time.
Collins, it's Daniels. You still working Vice tonight?
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, I'm up at the Grand Raccoon Casino. I can't get through to dispatch. Nobody can. I've been trying the radio for 5 minutes and we're getting nothing but stepped on traffic. Brett, it's bad up here. Really bad.
What happened?
I don't know. I came up here on a disturbance call and walked into a goddamn nightmare, man. There was a fight in the ballroom. The big boxing event tonight. Redford and Herrera. Something happened after the fight and the whole place just went apart. There's blood everywhere.
Slow down. Is it a riot?
I thought it was. It's not. Half the crowd in that ballroom has gone fucking rabid, dude. They're biting people, Brett. I'm serious, man. They're biting them. One guy had a chunk missing from his fucking face, and he was still trying to get at one of the security guards. I saw another woman take 3 people to hold her down.
We've been hearing the same thing. People getting sick, turning violent. Just my advice, stay away from anyone who's been bitten.
Yeah, a little late for that advice. Casino security is getting torn apart down here. Some of the crowd made it into the gaming floor, and now everybody's running for the exits. I got maybe 20 people with me in one of the back corridors. We're trying to get them towards the hotel side.
Daniels, listen to me. Anyone who's been bit, doesn't matter if they look fine. Don't let them in your group. Keep them separated.
Yeah, understood. Hold on. They're coming through the ballroom doors. We're moving. Everybody back! Back! Get towards the hotel! Brett, I need units up here. Anybody you can reach, tell them Grand Raccoon Casino, ballroom level. We need... Get the door shut! Shut the... Get off them! Get off!
Collins, don't hang up. I know exactly what you're gonna do when you hear my voice, so don't. I need help.
Marcus?
Yeah, Marcus. And before you start, I ain't calling you because I suddenly decided I like cops. I still don't like you. I still don't like your people. And I still remember you putting me face down on the hood of your car last year. But you gave me that card when you arrested me. And right now, you're the only damn police number I got that's actually answering.
Okay, what's happening?
I'm at the Starlight Motor Lodge off West Flower, room 116. I've been calling 911 for 10 minutes. Nothing. Tried the police department. Nothing. So congratulations, Collins. Tonight you're my emergency line.
Are you hurt?
No. I'm locked in the bathroom.
Why?
Because there's 2 people outside this door that ain't acting like people anymore. One of my girls got sick tonight. Started complaining she was cold. Said her stomach hurt. Kept scratching herself. I told her to go home, but she said she'd be fine. Then she comes over here with a John, and something happens in the room.
Okay, what happened?
She bit him.
Bit him where?
In the neck. Bad, Collins. Real bad. I heard him screaming from outside, and I came running in. She was on top of him and wouldn't let go. I pulled her off, and the guy's got blood pouring out of his neck. I mean pouring. He drops right there beside the bed.
And the woman?
She's standing there staring at him, blood all over her mouth. I started yelling at her, asking what the hell she did, and she doesn't even look at me. She's just scratching her arms and breathing funny. So I checked the guy. Nothing. No breathing. Couldn't find a pulse. He's dead. I know he's dead.
All right, Marcus, listen to me.
No, you listen. Because that's not the bad part. The son of a bitch got back up.
I believe you.
What?
I said, I believe you.
You believe me? Collins, this man's neck was torn open. He was dead on the carpet. Then his fingers started moving. Then his head moved. Then he rolled over and pushed himself onto his knees like nothing happened. That's when I ran in here and locked the bathroom door.
You did the right thing. Stay there.
What the hell's happening?
Look, I don't know. I don't know yet, but you're not the first person who's told me this tonight. So whatever's happening, bites are involved. So if neither one of them bit you, keep it that way.
They didn't bite me. She tried. I shoved her off before she could get me. But they're both out there now.
What are they doing?
Walking around, that's it. Just walking around the room. They keep bumping into shit. One of them knocked the lamp over a minute ago. Every once in a while, they make this noise. Like they're trying to talk, but can't. Moaning and groaning. Jesus Christ. I can see their feet underneath the door.
Okay, well, don't open it.
You think I'm opening this fucking door? For once in my life, Collins, you and me are completely on the same page.
Is there a window in that bathroom?
Little one above the shower. Too small. I'm not getting through it.
All right, well, stay where you are. Keep the door locked. Put something against the door if there's anything in there. Don't make any noise unless you have to.
And then what? You sending somebody?
I'm trying. Our dispatch is overwhelmed. I haven't even been able to get through consistently myself. Look, I'm not going to lie to you. We're getting hit with calls all over the city. If I can get somebody headed over there, I'll give them your room number.
You better.
Marcus?
What?
Keep your voice down.
Oh, why? Oh, shit. They stopped moving. I can't see their feet anymore. One of them's right outside. Oh, man, they're pulling the phone cord from underneath the door there.
Collins, this is Keller. Vice 2, right? I got your number off the arrest sheet, and I need some help here. I know you're not dispatch, but dispatch isn't answering me, and I got one of your prisoners in the back of my car.
Who have you got?
Tanya Murdoch. Your guys picked her up earlier near Raccoon University? Possession and solicitation. I was supposed to transport her back to RPD after I cleared another call, but everything went to hell before I could get there. I've been trying to work my way back towards the station for the last 15 minutes.
Is she giving you trouble?
Actually, no. She's scared out of her mind. And considering some of the people I've put in the back of this car, Tanya isn't exactly the nervous type. She keeps telling me people are following us.
Following your cruiser?
That's what she says. I thought she was messing with me at first. Every time I looked in the mirror, I couldn't see anything through the rain. Then about 3 blocks ago, she started screaming at me to drive faster. Said there were people running behind the car.
Running?
Yeah, and I saw them this time. 3 of them, maybe 4. Just running down the middle of the street after us. One guy didn't have a shirt on. Another looked like he was covered in blood. I accelerated and lost him, but now I got a wreck blocking the road in front of me.
All right, where are you?
Near Ennerdale and Birch. 2 cars smashed together across most of the intersection. There's nobody in either vehicle. Driver's door on one of them is hanging open. I can probably squeeze around. Tanya, sit back. She's looking out the rear window. I see them. Same people. They're coming up the street behind us.
Get around the wreck.
I'm trying to figure out if I got enough room. I got maybe a foot between the wreck and a parked car. If I clip something, I'm stuck here. They're moving fast, Brett. This isn't somebody stumbling around sick.
Look, I've already got 2 officers reporting people attacking anyone they can reach. Some people have been bitten. Don't let anyone near your car.
Yeah, well, they're getting near it. Tanya, shut up and let me drive.
Keller, move.
I'm going. Hold on. Okay, I've got it. Shit! One of them just hit the back of the car. Well, he ran straight into the trunk, full speed. I watched him in the mirror. He didn't even put his hands up, just slammed face first into the back of the cruiser. No fucking way. Oh, she's right. He's getting back up. His face hit the trunk hard enough that I heard it from inside the car. He's bleeding everywhere, and already he's back on his feet.
Keep moving.
I'm trying. I'm squeezing around the wreck now. Come on. Come on. All right. We're through. Woman came out from between 2 parked cars. She's running alongside us. What the hell is wrong with these people? She's in the passenger window. Jesus Christ, her hand. She's missing 2 fingers. She's hitting the glass with the bone. I'm going. All right. Right. She's gone. We're clear. All right. I'll keep working towards the station.
Collins, it's Mason. Blue Moon, you remember me.
Yeah, I remember you. What's going on?
I need a cop. And before you say call 911, I've been trying. Nobody answers. I tried the precinct too. Nothing. Your card's been taped next to the office phone ever since you guys did that licensing inspection back in June. So congratulations. You're the only cop in Raccoon City who's picking up tonight.
Where are you?
I'm still at the Blue Moon. I'm upstairs in the DJ booth.
All right, why are you still there?
Because I'm an idiot. Everybody started leaving maybe 20 minutes ago. At first I thought there was a fight outside. Then somebody came running through the front doors, covered in blood. Security went over to help them, and that was pretty much the end of the evening. People started screaming. Tables went over. Everybody ran for the exits, and I came upstairs and locked the booth.
Are you alone?
Up here? Yeah. Down there? No.
How many?
I could see maybe 6 from here. Could be more. The lights are still going. Music's still playing. I didn't exactly stop to shut anything down. So I've got an empty dance floor. Strobes going. Music blasting. And 6 people just wandering around underneath me.
Are they injured?
Some of them should be dead. There's a guy near the bar with his whole shirt soaked red. He's been walking in circles for 10 minutes. One of our security guys is lying near the front entrance, and every couple of minutes he moves. And then there's this woman.
What about her?
She was dancing here earlier. I remember her because she kept requesting the same damn song. Now she's just standing in the middle of the dance floor. Hasn't moved from that spot in 5 minutes. Her head's hanging down. Every time the lights flash, she's still there.
Kate Mason, listen, don't try to help them. Do not go downstairs.
Believe me, that thought has passed, but I can't stay up here forever. There's no bathroom in this booth. There's no food. I got maybe half a bottle of water, and there's only one way down.
Where's the fire exit?
Other side of the club, behind the kitchen. If I can get downstairs and cross the floor, I can probably get out through the back.
No. Stay where you are for now.
Collins, there's 6 of them, and they're barely moving. If I'm quiet...
They're not drunk. They're not high. I've been getting calls about this all night. People are sick, violent. Some of them are even getting back up after injuries that should be fatal. So whatever you think you're looking at down there, it's not harmless just because it moves slowly.
Wait, back up. What did you just say?
Just stay in the booth.
No. The getting back up part. Because security shot one of them. Before everybody ran, guy attacked one of the bartenders. Eddie pulled out his revolver and shot him. I saw the guy go down. He's the one walking around the bar now.
Okay, definitely don't go downstairs.
What the hell is happening?
Look, I don't know. RPD, they're going to be calling everyone back to the station soon, I think. Something's happening all over the city.
So when are you guys coming here?
I can't promise anyone's coming.
Yeah. That's a hell of a thing to hear from a cop.
I'm not going to lie to you. If your booth is secure, you're safer there than you are crossing a dance floor. Turn off music. Don't make any noise. Don't draw any attention, and stay quiet.
Yeah. Okay. Music's off. That's weird. They stopped.
Who stopped?
All of them. The second the music stopped, they just stopped walking.
Don't make any noise.
I'm not. That woman in the middle of the dance floor, she's looking up here now. She can't see me. The booth's dark. She's still looking right at me. Oh shit. Oh man, one of them saw me. They're coming up. I got nowhere to go. Oh man. Oh no!
Collins, it's Marvin. You still out there?
Yeah, I'm still at my staging point. What's going on?
We're calling everybody back to RPD. Patrol, detectives, Vice, anybody who's still out in the field and can make it back. Whatever you're working on tonight, shut it down. Get your people together and start bringing them in.
I've been trying to get dispatch for I don't know how long. I can't get anybody.
Yeah, don't bother. They're completely buried. Calls are stacking faster than they can answer them. Radio traffic stepping all over itself, and we've lost contact with more than a few units. We're trying to coordinate everything from here now. That's why I'm calling people directly.
Marvin, I've got my people scattered all over, and I've got an undercover missing.
Then find who you can, but don't send anybody deeper into this mess unless you absolutely have to. Something bad is happening in this city, Brett. I don't know what else to call it anymore. We thought it was riots at first, then drugs, some kind of sickness. Now we've got officers coming through those doors telling stories I don't even know what to do with.
I've heard some stories myself.
People are biting each other.
Yeah.
People are getting back up after they shouldn't be getting back up.
Yeah.
then you're hearing the same things we are. We've got civilians showing up at the station looking for somewhere safe. Officers are bringing people in because EMS isn't responding. We're trying to keep the entrances controlled, but every few minutes, another unit pulls up with somebody hurt or sick.
How's the station?
Still secure. That's the important part. We've got people checking doors, watching the garage, keeping civilians in designated areas. Everybody's nervous, but we're holding it together. One of the boys came running out of the men's room about 10 minutes ago, swearing he saw something in there.
Something?
That's about as specific as he could get. Said he went in, heard something above him, looked up, and there it was. I don't know, something crawling near the ceiling.
A person?
He says no. Says it didn't have any skin.
What?
That's what he said. No skin, long arms, crawling along the wall like some kind of animal. Said the damn thing had a tongue hanging halfway down its chest.
Well, where is it now?
He says it disappeared into one of the ventilation openings before anybody else got there. We checked the bathrooms, nothing. Checked the ceiling, nothing. So either we've got something crawling around inside the ventilation system, or Officer Jenkins picked a hell of a night to lose his mind.
Do you believe him?
Asked me yesterday, I'd have laughed at him until retirement. Tonight, I don't know what to believe anymore.
That's reassuring.
Yeah, well, I'm not calling to reassure you. I'm calling to get you back here. Whatever's happening outside is getting worse. We're consolidating at RPD while we still can. So wrap up Vice, get a hold of your people, and start working your way back.
Look, I've got to find Holly, my missing undercover, first.
Just don't get yourself killed doing it. If you find her, bring her in. If you find any of your other people, bring them too. Nobody stays out alone tonight.
Understood.
And Collins, don't take your time. You know this city as well as I do. I've never heard Raccoon City sound like this.
That is 1 Top 14, responding.
I don't know what Raccoon City's going to look like by morning. A few hours ago, we were chasing bookies, checking liquor licenses, writing tickets, and undercover buys. Now emergency lines won't answer, officers have disappeared from the radio, and people who should be dead are walking the streets. Whatever this is, it didn't start tonight. Tonight's just when we finally noticed it. Marvin says they're pulling everyone back to RPD, so that's where I'm going to go. I'll try to find Holly on the way, and if anybody from Vice is still listening, forget the op, forget the arrests, get back to the station, help whoever you can, but don't let anyone who's been bit near you, not even someone you know. I'm leaving the staging point now. Downtown's between me and RPD, and from everything I've heard over the radio, I don't think this will be an easy drive. This is Sergeant Brett Collins, Raccoon City Police Department, Vice. God help us all.